Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comments section. Also in the description below you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? It is free to join. Once you are in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so let's get into the fun stuff now. So basically, we're still looking for the same options. We actually came down lower than some of these points here and have invalidated some of those breakout scenarios that we were looking at from here. Like I said at the time, I didn't think they were very likely, and we lost that 786. It wasn't very likely that was going to play out. So now I'm still looking at this potential for coming deeper here and potentially coming down and retesting the top of this channel and the bottom of this channel. I know I've been saying it for a long time now, but this is what happens sometimes when we get these more complex moves. So either we can look at this fourth wave from here or from here. So basically the difference is if we have this fourth wave back here, it encompasses this whole move and we'll be looking for something like this as a flat. If we have this fourth wave, this third wave completed here rather, then what we'd be looking for is a more complex move here, potentially something like this. Or it could start to drag out more where we form this as an A, or this is an ABC as an A, then we come back up, then we come back down. So it depends where exactly we finish this fourth and how we react. So we're going to have to play this sort of level by level and see how we get on with it. So effectively, the way I'm looking at this currently, this is my, if we're looking at it from this side, this with this count, this is my third count, is that actually we are within an ABC to the downside. I'm going to just turn off this other one here just to clear up the chart a little bit. There we go. So it's technically possible we could have completed this B wave here, and we could be looking for this C wave to the downside. So the 1-to-1 would actually be this 21.884. And there's a couple of possibilities here. We can argue that we, instead of looking at this as a C wave, we might get this as a WXY, where this is a three-wave move down to the bottom here. Or alternatively, we could see this develop as a five-wave structure. For it to be confirmed with as a five-wave move, what I would actually want to see is a breakdown past this 21.808, in which case this would be pushing past the C wave 1-to-1, and then potentially it would look to actually target out lower down. So if we do actually break down here past this 1618, then we'd be looking for that fourth and a fifth. That would tie in quite nicely with actually retesting this previous channel here, and then potentially actually looking to test out some of these zones on this chart here. So this 21.517 would be an interesting area. That would be a 0. 0.236. Yeah, sorry. Just trying to remember which ones are which here. So that would be a zone we could actually look to push down to if we do look at this as a deeper move. So, if we do come back into this zone, this would be an interesting area to see how the count is reacting. And effectively, like I said, this could either be a five-wave move where we come down here as a 1-2, we form another 1-2, and then we break down 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5. Or alternatively, we could just see this play out as a W and X and Y. So the difference is this would be a three-wave structure, and then we'd want to actually come back and overlap some of these zones. So if we're looking at this as a WXY, like I had marked there, I deleted it by mistake. Basically, what we'd want to see is a move here back to the upside, potentially looking to target out this 618 area or this 50%. So we can see that there's channels here, which we have been sort of bouncing around inside of. We can argue if we change it, we can have it as a small sideways channel as well. But it'll be interesting to see if we come back up into this zone and face further rejection. So, coming back into this 50% area, for instance, could be something that plays out where we break back up into this zone, or even as high as the 786 even would still make this valid. But yeah, for sure, this 50% will be an interesting area. If we do actually face rejection in that 50%, what we could then be looking for is the potential to move down towards this zone here at a 1-to-1 of this 21.826. So we can see the 1-to-1 of this C wave or this Y or this W wave, depending on which way we're looking at, is actually this 21,884. So this would be interesting if we do get this play out to the downside like this. We can then look potentially to come back into this area. And like I said, it is also possible that we see some slight extension here. 1,236 would actually bring us quite close to this this 2157, and then the 1,382 would actually push us through this zone, and then be a retest of potentially both the channels, and then yeah, from there we could be expecting that fifth wave to the upside. But we need to bear in mind that we want to see this fourth wave confirm, and then we want to see that fifth wave start. Until we get that point, we still only have a three-wave structure here, so we need to be careful. Um, okay, so yeah, I mean that's the way that we're looking at it within this. It is also possible that we could see something play out here where we get this B wave extend out slightly. I haven't written that off just because of the current structure downwards. We can still get something play out like this where we have this as an A, this is a B, and then actually start to form five-wave structure to the upside here. And then we look to potentially target out some of this zone up here. So this is still on the cards. We need to just keep this in the back of our minds. If we start to see five-wave move up here, it is possible that this could look to actually push up towards this between this 120 this 23,363 to this 23,685. So you can see here that this 1.618 should actually bring us right back up into this golden pocket area that we have marked out here, this 23,675 to this 23,623. So this could be something that plays out. If we do get this B wave push up into this zone, effectively then we could look for this continuation to the downside and the C wave just at a later point, and we're getting a bit more complex here. And, if we did move into this zone again, effectively that one-to-one would be up here at this 22,065. So we just got to give it a bit of time. If we continue to maintain this low point here of this 22,353, we can argue that we're going to start to get some impulsive moves here. But I'd want to see a clear cut. I'd want to see some clear cut structure developing here. We can argue there's potential where we could say this is a 1-2, then we have a 1-2-3-4-5 here. We come back for 2, maybe retest this zone and then look to push up. So that would be like a 1-2-3-4-5, then we get 4-5, then we pull back for 1. So, I mean, for the most part, it is possible. It could also develop as a diagonal where this becomes a 1, we come back for 2, 3, 4, 5, then we come back down and find support. So, I mean, given the current structure we have, this is a 15-minute chart, so just got to give that some, yeah. So 50% would be the 22,560, 22,441 would be the maximum zone. I'd really want to see this come back down into as a wave two. We wouldn't really want to see it come down deeper. So if we do see a move down here into this wave two area, we can look for that potential for wave three to the upside. Though we would have to, once that forms, we would have to look at what the 1618 was. If we argue we come back into the 618 zone, 1618 would be 23,193. So yeah, I mean it depends exactly how this completes here. It's in the middle of this move. What I want to see is a clear rejection against this move, and then we can get a better target zone. Whether that's a 1-to-1 or whether it's a 1.618 is yet to be proven. But like I said, we could still be looking for the potential to break down. So like I said earlier, the some of the bullish options we're looking at for pushing to the upside from this point here have obviously been invalidated because we come down deeper. The only other way we can look at it, if we're looking at it as the potential for having this play out, is no, effectively that's it. I do think that if we're going to follow this count, we'd have to say the third is over here. The other count, however, we have some things we need to talk about. So this is looking at this as a flat from further back here. So at the moment, it is still possible that we could still see this progress to the downside deeper. We're still looking for potential to come back down into this previous fourth wave that we've got marked here. And that was towards this 20,354 area. It is possible we can still break down here. There is another thing that I want to just talk about here before we talk about that. We haven't invalidated the possibility of a triangle here. because we haven't crossed this A wave low point. If we do cross this 22,300 and or above this 24,255, we can invalidate the potential of having a triangle here. So we got to just be a bit careful with this one because we can potentially count this as a five-wave move, but we could also count it as a double zigzag or something more corrective here. And then basically what we'd be looking for is this C wave to become complex and then form a triangle within this shape. So, this is possible. It's not my preferred count, but it's something we just need to keep an eye on. Because if we do develop three-wave move to the upside, potentially an interesting zone would be this interaction of these 50% lines here. If we do move back up into this zone, then we get another three-wave rejection to the downside, potentially find support within this channel line that we've been sitting within. Then we can argue that potentially we could have a push to the upside here for the fifth wave after this point, and this whole thing was just a bigger triangle. Like this A, B, C, D, and then E, and then it looks to break to the upside. So we're just going to have to give this a bit of space and see how we react. If we fail to retake this channel line, it would invalidate this, and basically moving below this 22,300 would invalidate this. Like I said, it's not my favorite count, but it is still a possibility. So I just wanted to bring that to your awareness, guys. So if we are looking at this as flat, there's two ways we can look at it. I'm going to go with the simple five-wave move first. So effectively, what we can do is we can count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into here. And then what we would have is the possibility that actually we are within this green wave 3. So if we do start to break down deeper, this 21,154 would be an interesting zone, and a zone we'd want to look for confirmation of that fact that we're within this green wave 3. If we do hit this zone, then we could be talking about coming down lower to these targets of this 20,935 to this 20,589 zone. So, this is something that can play out if we move down into these zones. It's 21,154 would be a typical third wave move based off of this as a wave 1, 2. So, like I said, it is also possible we get that move back up and this becomes a flat for a 2. So, even if we do get a five-wave move up here, we need to be careful that we don't see further extension to the downside as a five-wave structure. But yeah, I mean that would have to break these high points first, and effectively, then we could start talking about that. At this 23,452 would have to be broken to change our possibility of this count playing out. If we were looking at the internals of this, basically what we'd want to say is that we would want to see if this is the case and we are starting this wave 3, we want to see a breakdown past this 1.618 here, this 21,806, and that would be looking at this then potentially as a 1, 2. Basically, we'd want to break down past this zone in a five-wave move like this, and we'd want to then we could argue we have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and then that would potentially take us down here into this 21,154. So that's how I'm currently looking at it. If it within this structure, like I said, we'd be looking for that potential of a 1, 2, 1, 2. We wouldn't want to see this move if we're going to look at it like this, where we actually have this as the start of our move. We wouldn't want this move to actually come back up past this zone of this 786. Really, we can see that coming up into this area would be potentially interacting with this channel. So, we could actually just see a three-wave move play out here where this is an A, a B, and a C, and we come up into this channel, which would be a 702 retracement, and then we actually look to break down from there. So we just got to be careful of this. If we do see this impulsive moves to the downside, effectively, then we could be looking for those lower targets that we were talking about there. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're looking for here. This is basically looking for this third wave as a simple move here, where this is just a 1, 2, and then we're actually looking to break down in just a simple structure, which could take us down towards this zone, this 20,354. This is a zone we're looking for. I mean, this target zone here would be 20,935 to 20,589. So we'll have to see. But the other way we're looking at it is effectively looking at this as having extension. And I'm going to remove this off the screen for now, just so it clears up some of this. But basically what they would be looking at is this is a 1, 2, this is a 1, 2, and then actually looking to break down in this third wave. And the difference here is that It's just basically that this would already be within the third wave from this point. So we'd be looking for this to start to break down deeper. So like I said, the 1.618 is over here at this 21833. So if we do actually move down past that zone, then we can argue that this count could also be in play, where we have this as a 1, 2, we come down 3, 4, 5, then we then form this wave 3, come back up for a fourth and a fifth. So this would just have additional fourths and fifths within it. So we're just going to have to sort of see how this plays out. If we do move down past this 21.833 and then we get this additional fourth and a fifth here, and then we get an additional fourth and a fifth, this would indicate that this count is more likely. And actually, what we'd be looking for is actually this target zone towards this 21.4 to this 21.126. So, I mean, the simple one for the time being is my preferred count, but I'm going to have to keep a track of this one as well, because this one could then actually extend out and actually look to push a little bit deeper as well. I mean, these are just typical fib zones, but we'll have to adjust this depending on the internal structure here. You know, if we start to break down deeper here, it could be that this third wave actually extends much lower, and then we get an additional fourth and a fifth, and then a fourth and a fifth. So yeah, I mean that's what we're going to be looking for. But primarily, I am still expecting a move down here deeper. But we just got to be careful with this because it could, like I said, it could also just be that we have a B wave, you know, that we could still actually have this B wave playing out here, where this just becomes a more complex move here as an A, a B, and then a C. And then we actually look to push back up here. It's not my preferred count, but that is still possible that we could still be within some kind of a B wave move here. So, you know, we just got to give it some space and see how these react. Watch these levels and then see how the reactions are. It's very dangerous when we're getting complex moves like this to just sort of go in on a gray area. You know, if you had entered lower down here on these points here, just keep your stops um, tight, or at least move them into neutral territory. You know, you don't want to just be getting moves towards the right direction and then you end up still losing money. So yeah. Okay, everyone, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And why not leave us some feedback down below in the comments section? We are happy to hear from you. Anything you want to say, drop it down there. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Also, in the description below, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. Free to join. Got big news coming. We will keep you posted on that. But basically, there's things happening in the background. So yeah, keep your eye on the channel. In the description as well, you will find a link to the Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below? Always happy to hear from you. In the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? There's also a link, affiliate links for BYBIT and Prime XBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis when we're doing our trading. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. If you don't have an account, using that link will support us. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Why not leave us some feedback down below, and in the description below, check out the link for the Discord. It is free to join. Once in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. Will be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Also in the description, you will find affiliate links for BYBIT and Prime XBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. And yeah, using those links does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. There are deposit bonuses, which you can find more information about by clicking through the links and checking on the website. They do have all those details on there, so check it out. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.